Hi folks, this is Terry with Clearly Homemade. Coming live to you from very stormy and sunny Orlando, Florida. Good times. We just got a really bad thunderstorm started. Oh, I'm not sure how bad it is. Yeah, thunderstorm. So today we're going to do a tower on a wine glass. I hope everybody can hear me just fine. Let's go ahead and get this video started. And, you know, I do my usual sharing and stuff like that. Let's see here. No, I did some. I got to find my hair. I did some preemptive work on here just to make sure. Okay, we got colors here. These are not the colors that I'm using that you see on your screen. They do not look like that. They're much, much prettier. Actually, you know what? On my phone, they look better, but they're still not the correct color. We don't have sound. Do we? Oh, we do. Good, good, good. Okay, just had to test that. Let's see. Let's go share it. Then we'll get started. See this. Okay, so we got like 1 minute. We're gonna do it. Good times. Make sure we're getting good positioning. Down to the spot here. Hey, Paul, can you hear me? For some reason this thing's showing up that there's no sound. I'm not really sure why. Make sure that there is sound. I'm really excited for this. I haven't done a stemmed glass in a while. So this is gonna be pretty neat. There's a lot of, you know, preemptive work or something like this as well. That's on. Oh. Let's see, can you hear me now? Maybe no? Okay, good. Okay, so it's 5 o'clock. So hi, folks. Thanks for joining me for a Clearly Homemade Saturday Night Live event where I go ahead and create something that I usually create an event for, but this time I did not. So I wasn't really sure what we were going to do. But I did go to the store and I did buy a wine glass. So I wanted to try something out. I haven't done a wine glass in a while, so this is something I want to do. And today we are going to be doing a castle or a tower, a stem glass. Now, I went ahead and I preemptively clayed the inside. The reason why I do that is because this is the most difficult part of the clay process, because clay doesn't necessarily adhere to glass. So when you do something like this, you have to make sure that there's no bubbles. And it's a lot of poking and, you know, and fixing and stuff. And it's not just you pop it on, there you go. Okay, it should be terrible. So look on the inside, it's fairly good. It's a lot of work to get those bubbles out. No matter how you put it on, you're still gonna have bubbles. Okay. So I do have some more colors here. These are all mixed colors. I mix everything with white, to prolong the amount of clay that I have. You know, it's just easier that way. I did not do the solid bottom here, so I'm going to be using this with my hands a lot when I make this, so this will just be easier. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to do a tower up here, and then we're going to do some vines and flowers up there too. So we're going to make this look like bricks. And you don't want to do it too tight or too much, because this is not a lot of clay on the glass. Because you don't want it ridiculously heavy, and you don't want it too much because there's a lot of smearing and stuff. And the way I have it, it's kind of like a little bit of a marble look, a little bit of white in there, just to add some character to it. So the tower is going to be based off Rapunzel's tower. You know, we're going to go. We're going to do bricks. Let's see how we're going to do the bricks. I did one of these. I did a set for somebody I was in a guild with, a raiding group with. And they wanted dragon claws. And I haven't done something like this in a while. And I do love doing this. That's probably gonna be 2. So we can smear. It's a little bigger. I didn't want to do just a dark gray because it's still very hot in my clay, or my craft room. Then you can still smear clay pretty easily. And you want to make sure it's every other. So let's do a decent amount this time. It's a little bit bigger. It feels a little better. Hi Sarah. Hi Sue. Thank you for joining me tonight. Okay, I'm going to definitely be smushing this in a bit because you don't really want to see the glass behind it. So let's go. Just do a soft imprint. Just the idea is to look like brick, you know, instead of just having to lay the clay, which is what I don't want to do. Here. Now I'm hoping the storm that we're having isn't going to affect everything too much. That's the plan. Let's kind of see the bricks are forming there. First, you're going to have to do it to the other side. Let's go ahead and go like this. I'm going to have it like I'm going to smush it. Hot craft room. It's beneficial for clay. If you want to do a smear look, which I love doing. So let's go. Trying to get it to line up. Doesn't have to be perfect, you know. Like you could pretend that the clay like dissolved over time. You know, not the clay, but the bricks did. You know, you did an old tower. I'm gonna pretend it's crumbling. Rapunzel was in her tower for quite a bit of time. See, I can't cut a watermelon around either. Kind of goes. I'm really bad at this, actually. I'm gonna do stuff like this. Push back to normal. Let's go around. I have it kind of even. I don't want it completely uneven. That just look terrible. And the idea is to not look terrible. Hobbs has the baby right now, which is great. Certainly enjoy this without my child being. I'm gonna do it too. One day I'm gonna have them do a video. I think down here I'm gonna put some bushes or something. Let's see, I don't have that wide because of the base. I might actually have this stop. This is the hardest part. Of course, I'm trying to do it so you guys can watch as well. So it's just deep enough to make it look like what we're doing. Just nice. So now we're going to start getting bigger bricks over here. We're going to figure out what we're going to do with that. Now the clay color that I'm using is like some scrap black that I had. So it's like black mixed with white to give us this nice kind of sculpting look to it. They do sell clay that is this color. It's actually sculpture clay. You'll see a lot of busts that will have this kind of color. Okay, so now we got to figure out what we want to do. Do we want to have a window? You know, that would be the next thing we're going to do. Let me switch this down a little bit. Just keep it not quite so even. No, it's not terrible. It's pretty cool. That's switch that works nice. I could have just laid the pieces individually, but man, doing the dragon scales are enough, you know what I mean? Okay, so we need to do this dude right here. Make sure everybody has a spot. We do. Okay. So let's do There's smaller bricks coming up. Make sure that we're not. I do a lot of Legos, and when you want to do a solid foundation with Legos, you want to make sure the pieces are like long pieces over little pieces, so little pieces don't fall out. See, our background in playing Legos. So do this. I figure what we're doing up top too. You know, I'm doing right around the rim. I do have some colors here. So this color, I'm gonna take a break for a second to show you the colors we have. This is actually purple, like more of a darker purple than lavender. This is an aqua, like kind of like seafoam green without the green. This is plain yellow. This is like a light green. It reminds me of green that you would use for the cake decorating. This is white, dark gray, and light gray, which is similar to this. And the idea is we're going to do flowers and stuff. We're going to see how well the heat in my craft room works with this. And there we go. Wonderful. Now that we have that, so now we can do individual pieces, one brick at a time. We can add some texture to this too, which is pretty neat. I get like a crumbly look, so I can put some aluminum foil on it, something like that. But we're going to really running into a bit of a problem. Let's smudge that. Smudge it. Smudge it is a new technical term we're using today. Just put the lines in. Make it easier. I wish you guys could see this. I'm just putting indents into the clay. That's it. If I wanted more of a 3D look, I would have done individual bricks. The only problem is, though, when you do the individual bricks on glass, and you can't control the bubbles that are in the, I mean, you can, but there's a lot of, it's not simply a matter of putting the clay on. You have to get the press, and you have to get rid of the bubbles by piercing some of the clay, and that can, you know, mess up whatever bricks that you're doing. Now, I did see somebody do this on DeviantArt. It's not going to look identical. You know, you can't do that. And they did Rapunzel, but I'm just doing flowers in the tower. But it's like the basic idea is, you know, how to do the bricks, not the colors or anything, just what the bricks look like. And I mean, I wish I could just, I mean, the stuff that I have come with on my own, you know, it's not terrible. I like other people's stuff. But I'm original in so much that I'm not copying their idea. Just getting an idea of it. I think we're going to have to do smaller bricks because these are getting pretty big over here. Sure. And if you guys could hear the storm, it's beautiful. Great. See that? A little bit, maybe. Actually, looks pretty cool. I'm definitely seeing some glass in here, so we're going to have to get that. Then what I'm going to do, because this is pretty plain, I am going to put mica powder on it to give it more definition, which will be nice. Okay, so now we are going to make the bricks smaller. Hi, dear. It's my husband. He's amazing. He fixed our water. I'm still like over the moon about it. Some lizards decided they needed to go on my electric box on the pump, and they shorted out. They shorted it out, and like we had no water. I'm freaking out, man. Like, what are we gonna do? No, he was able to fix it. I don't know how he did it. I don't question his methods, because he did it, and that's all that mattered. Okay, so now I see on my laptop that we're having a little bit of a problem, but I'm still seeing what I'm doing, and the video is still fine. Wait for the video to catch up to me. Yeah, no, we're fine. Oh no. Oh, there we go. So apologize. It likes to storm when I do my videos on Saturdays now. Just go ahead and brick by brick. For all, we're just another brick on the wall. Here. And then I'm going to cheat a little bit. No, I can't cheat because I'm not paying attention. I think I might take something and try to press the clay down a little bit. By the way, to get the clay onto the glass without the bubbles and stuff, took about 45 minutes. I'm glad I didn't do that on camera. I'm glad we're not doing the bottom either. I've seen glasses where they have the dragon eyes and stuff on them. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I don't play too thick, just thick enough. Great. I'm excited to do the vines. When I was elementary school, I had a thing for drawing on myself with a marker. I draw vines all the place, and of course I went to permanent art. But that's just like the next step. We're almost done. 15 minutes. So far I put an hour into this, not including rolling the colors. And then the way we're going to bake this is it'll go into a cold oven. And then it'll be in there for quite some time. Maybe a few hours. I'll do it like on a weekday. My lines never match up. That's fine. We'll just say that the person was dilapidated. The Tower of Pisa was an international monument, and that thing means. So we're going to pretend. Besides, it's clearly homemade. It's not too bad. But we're going to go ahead and give a better line. What we want to do right here. Make sure it's a little even. So what we can do is we're going to do a rim going around it. I think when I do that, then we can do the rest of the bricks. So let's go ahead and get that rim done. I was thinking about doing a darker color right on top. I'm going to do the same. Let's do a darker color. My goodness. Chopped my clay. Some of my acrylic roller. So easy to clean. Okay, we'll put this to the machine. We're going to do it on like a 6. Really need it that thick, so we're just going to do a rim going around. And this is where the tissue blade comes in handy. I like this because it cuts long bits. Like that. Here. Whatever. Terrible. See, worse than worse. I want to do thin kind of line. Relatively even. There you go. Okay. We'll go ahead. Around. Staying under there. Oops. Clay is like being crazy. We can do our last brick. Let's move this. Put this here instead. And take a piece. Okay. Like that. Just together. Just let me get this pushed in. Even. Good. Just making sure because there's going to be that, overlap. Because it's like 1/8 of an inch of clay on here or so. So when you add something else, there we go. Want it blue though. See? Not so bad. Now we can go ahead and put our last bricks in and fill in the pieces of where we need. Make sure that I'm not touching the dark gray too much. Make this, so I just had an idea. If you have like a stamping set, you can make something like this. Let's say you make a tree or something, even this. You come down here on the bottom and you can put your initials into it with like, the heart. So for instance, it'd be TH plus BH, which is, me and my husband. Like a heart around it. It looks like it's, in stone. Almost done. Let's see, it actually evened out on its own, so it didn't look too terrible. We're gonna have to fix these bricks out. So far, they look pretty good. I like them. I like how they look. As you guys know, I'm terrible at flowers, so it's gonna be exciting. See how we're going to do that. And there we go. Well, I mean, technically, you could leave it like this if you really want. Do we really want to? No. I'm gonna figure out what I'm doing down there yet. I'm just gonna add a few more bricks. Make it not look like it's not bricked correctly. What we can do, take this off. I wish I could make this even under here. I'm just not, you can't see that. So I'm working on the bottom here. Things like, no, come on. We're having pizza for dinner. It's not gonna, okay, so the neat thing about glass, the reason why I took my ring off, one, because when clay gets caught around your ring, it's incredibly uncomfortable. Two, when I did an order for somebody using glass, I do glass etching. I would wash the glass to get the etching cream off of it, and I noticed that there would be gouges in the glass. That's because my ring was actually cutting the glass. I was so mad. So anytime I work with glass, I have to take my ring off. Otherwise, I'm not going to remember, and it's just going to be terrible. Okay. Let's make this pretty. Safe to put this up. Lump of clay. There you go. You can see what I'm doing here. It's white. I have a lot of white. And smushy white. Okay. So we're going to use green. You know what? I'm going to use some hand sanitizer right here. I did use gray. I'm going to make sure that we're not really smearing any colors. When I work the mica powder, I don't really care when it comes to going on here, but since I am trying to do the separate colors, I definitely want to make sure that my hands are clean between color. That's something I'm definitely trying to do. Look at that! Oh, man, this stuff looks amazing. I should have made these smaller. Some work on that. Okay, great. What I can do is I can put my initials on the bottom if I did it. This is not the color green that I necessarily want to use. Not at all. What I want to use is a dark green. This is what I have. So we are going to have the vine come like right here. You know what? Can I make a trellis? Like trellis? I don't know how to do that. Let me see this little picture I'm looking on how they did it. That's what they did. Okay, that makes sense. Just have the vine go up, and then they had leaves. I wanted to make a glass like this for ages, and I tried to make one. I don't know, like I was talking about yesterday, I just have to make snakes. Half my time playing with making snakes. It's nice contrast, though. Look how vivid it is. So let's see. I think we're going to wrap it around so we can go a little more. Some shoots off. Some pretty flowers. I do have pink, very light pink. If you're going to pink color, I'm definitely going to be using this for this in the middle. It's nice. It's really pretty green. I have some red, but it's not going to go with what I want. We do have pink. I'm going to make something in pink. I think it might be too much of a bright pink. Now you want this fairly even, you know? I mean, you don't have to. I can get an Ethernet cord that can reach all the way over here. You would have to. I don't even know how we would do it. The modem is on the opposite side of the house. Okay. So let's say how we want to do it. Like that. So we're going to have it here. Wrap around. Go like that. It leaves this open though. So if you go like this looks pretty cool. You know, it looks great like that. And I promise though you're gonna leave this entire side open. So what we can do, we can get another. Oh, look at this. Oh, let's push that on here a little bit. Just gonna keep that there. So what we can do is we can have another branch come up this way. and wrap around. So let's put this back on the white. Here, so nothing's getting too smushed. Make sure the white is not on any of the clay. Actually, I have some molds that might work too. Get some of the clay. Get some of that green. Snakes. I'm excited. And if we don't use any mica powder, we don't need to put a sealer on it. Which is really neat. But I have a feeling that I am going to be to do a little bit of black. I mean, unless I use a little bit of green see jumping around everywhere. It's like, that could work. Or I can just do mica powder, so it'll just be easier. I wonder if I should do mica powder first. I have a little bit of, I want to do a black. I don't even know if this is a dark silver. I do have a black. I'm just gonna check to see what it looks like. Brushes. I need to get more. That's what I do. The problem that you would run into is that it's not. The problem that you would run into is that it doesn't go exactly where you want it to go. It's kind of like airbrushing. You have to figure out. I don't know. Do my finger like that. Okay, a little bit. Right like that. No, let's do that later. Okay. So that's not working the way I want. But you're like, oh my goodness, you got mica powder. What are you gonna do? I'm like, really cool thing called rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol. My best friend. This humongous container. Well, before I put clay on the glass, you write down with rubbing alcohol. Takes mica powder right off the clay. If you're having working with clay, and clay gets a little dirty because you're mixing with other colors. Depending on how much it's mixed, you can actually take it off with the mica powder, which is pretty neat. Okay. See, the only problem is it makes it a little bit more sticky. Let's try to ignore that for a bit. There we go. Great. It's clearly homemade. Doesn't mean it has to look bad. Okay, no, I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay, so let's go back to our blend. I'm going to use these for petals. I think the best way to make a petal, I saw somebody who did scales, but they used straw. I don't have one on me. It's pretty cool how they did it, but it was an impression of a scale. You know, it wasn't like little bits. You didn't put it in and then do it. Well, I'm sorry, that didn't make any sense to anybody. Okay, so when they did the scale, it was like like I do the sand. You know, da, 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 da. What I need is a separate leaf to be attached on the outside. Look at that picture again. They did a really good job. And they have a lot of separations going on. And they did a mix of green and brown, which is what I should have done. So I do have the brown. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that. Now, I want this to go. that. Right there. Just a little bit more. That looks nice. And then I can probably add some more around here. Okay, okay. So let me go ahead and get these pieces smushed on. So they don't go anywhere. That's what we're doing with it. I'm going to have to come down here a little bit more. Okay. So this is the tricky part. Trying to blend it together so it looks like one piece. Of course, I want to make sure you don't have anything on there. I'm probably using the wrong tool for this. This is like not all the tools. Use this for everything. That's not bad. You know, it's probably gonna be my glass anyway. Everything is mine. Let's try. Let's play out. A lot of flower molds on mountain stuff. Leaves. Sure. Way. There you go. Great. So we're going to get a couple more vines coming out, and then we're going to start on the leaves. I am not a flowers person. I'm not very good at flowers unless I have a mold. Even then, it still doesn't come out the right way. Just trying to get everything done right. I'm wondering if I do the webcam, if I could do two. You guys can see the side. The only problem is I'd have to make sure that my craft room doesn't look like hell does. I have to put like a board up or something. That's bad. I'm just kidding. It's fine. Oh, we have cat hair. Or dog. I really like how this looks. This is actually coming out a lot better than I originally anticipated, so that's nice. Now, if it was just me working on it, I would just stand it up. I'd have my chair lowered, and this would probably be up like on a pedestal a little bit higher. I've been trying to do some work where it's more comfortable for me. Just my back sucks. And I think there's something called an extruder. It actually does this. You don't have to make snakes. You just push it through. Kind of like they have for like Play-Doh. I don't want one. Okay. Now we know we can add more. So let's add a little bit here. This here. Okay. Let's stand this up for a second. So we're going to do a few small pieces. Small pieces. Let's be an end. Like that. One part to attach, one part to have an end. That what it actually looks like the end of the vine. In so much as I can do that actually seeing the end of the vine. Since the focal point of the glass is the vine, it would make sense that we would have. Look at that. Ah, it's so pretty! What? I don't normally do girly stuff. I don't. I want to. Oh man, I would love to. But I feel like the market's saturated with it. I'm trying not to. Trying to build a base. Not working off everybody else's. Make sure it gets curled over a little bit. I'm going to try some grapes on here. too sure if I like that one. Now we're going to do, let's pull this off. Like this. Go like that, right? Let's do that. Just a little bit up here. Kind of gives us room to do, you know, this side here too. I'm remembering how I made all those vines on me when I was a kid. Oh, that's a problem. So, have that one there. No. Okay, how did I do this? That probably feels a little better. Go like that. There we go. That's a better feeling. It's weird, right? Vines have feelings. Sometimes you just gotta make sure it's this. Everything's like the same way. You can put this like that. It's still here on the thumbnail too. You can put this like that. I don't know about that. Maybe. Nope. So, I know it probably doesn't round in real life like this, but this is my fantasy glass. Let's see, I'm just switching too much. Like that. How's that? Oh, that looks nice. Okay, we're getting it. You don't want a big loop. By the way, this internal monologue that you're hearing externally is what I do pretty much the entire time I'm crafting. I talk to myself all the time. And for those who watch these videos, know that is what I do. I'm my own sounding board. Can't stop and be like, hey, listen, what do you think? I gotta make these decisions on my own. The next part, flowers. That's gonna be the hardest part. I'm just kidding. The hardest part is getting the clay on the glass. There we go. How's that? Nice. And put one right there. And that should be good for our vine. Maybe have some come around here on the bottom. I'm not sure. Still thinking about maybe a bush. Steps. like a little doorway. A little mice. We can have Minnie and Mickey running up. Let's see. Small one right here. That's nice. There we go. You see that? I can. We're having a little light coming through. Make sure that doesn't happen. Smush it in. There we go. One bind glass. Yeah, there's something here. Now, the thing is, what we can do is we can put, like, pick some vinyl and put a name here. We can put a dragon eye. That'd be crazy. You can do anything you want in that one spot. Well, it's not like all the spots. It's like there's one spot. So that'll be the focal point of the glass, that one spot. So whatever we decide to put there, what we're going to put there. Now, let's get started. Okay. You can do roses. You can do, I had a mold. I think I used it with resin. Resin stuff. So do some petals. I'm a big fan of daisies. Now the ones that I would make on my leg was 4 or 5 petals, and then it would have a little spot on the inside. And I would use pretty much purple and green, whatever color was in my markers, or pens. Pens were the easiest since they had such a fine point. I'm really digging these colors, dude. They're really Disney colors. I'm okay with Disney. I'm not like, oh, it's Disney. No, I'm not that big of a fan. So let's see. Take a little bit. And I always did yellow in the middle. So this essentially is what I would have on my arm. Look at that. I did it. Okay. Just like that. We have our first official flower. If it wasn't being silly, there we go. Ah, my youth, right there. This is my youth. Hey, oh, I totally forgot. So, leaves. Now, we're going to do, have a lot of brown. They just had a coupon at Michael's where you can get a discount off like all your regular price stuff. Of course, they didn't have. They had clay was regular price, so I got that's why I have all these colors now. But they did not have brown, and they did not have black. So we're gonna do that. Let's see, can you see this a little bit better? This is the way this looks. You know what though? I'm gonna go over my beach glass, and nobody else does. So, we're going to we're going to smush it just to give it a nice smear. Oh, put some as well. I don't really know what's going on. There we go. We're going to do leaf. No, see, it doesn't work because everything's green. So we're just going to do this. Now we're going to do a leaf, right? This. I know I mentioned that before. I want me some pizza. Ready? Leaf. You're like, oh, leaf. I can make leaves. Leaves are easy. Look at that. Look at that leaf. Then go ahead and put it right there. Or wherever the heck you want. Now, I would alternate leaves and flowers going up. And I would alternate sides that they're on. I have a lot of tools that I haven't played with yet. I have to see if that's what I'm going to do. You have to make the noises. That was not my right. Oh, look at that picture they had again. Oh, they finally made the leaves. Okay, let's see what they did. They didn't have as many flowers, so we're going to do more use, I'm gonna check that I'm working. Make each one individual. Texturize them before you put them on. I feel like that's the best idea. So, you guys could hear. Oh, my back is so bad. Now, as you may have noticed, aside from I lost my tool. This tool is a problem. I lost it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, I have gems, and I've been putting gems in like everything. Look at my hand. And I gotta figure out what we're doing. Oh, maybe we can put like a mirror or something. Now, this tool is a problem because if you look at this side, it's very sharp, right? This hurts. This hurts like heck. I'm not really sure how to describe how much that hurts. It's pretty awful. I have wounded myself, like I was bleeding. Also, it likes to get caught in everything. It's pretty terrible. It's the only issue I have with that tool. It's my favorite tool, but I do a lot of stuff like this. You can't see it. A lot of stuff like this, and I constantly get poked. I've actually put clay at the end of this, pretending that it'll help. No, stab myself in the clay. Oops. Oh, I like that. It looks. Fire right there. Stuff to the other side of the glass. I still need to do the flowers. Now, when the person did this, they had Rapunzel's hair also, so I was able to do a lot of coverage as well. We're not doing that. We're just doing this. And I am going to give this a coat of epoxy resin, because the leaves are small, as well as the flowers. And I don't want them to come off, you know. So to prevent that, to give it longevity, I will do it. And I do have epoxy resin. I actually had it, I bought it because of the dragonite glass. Okay, so we gotta figure out one, where we're gonna put the gems at. I might put them in the middle of the flowers. That actually would be amazing. I gotta find them. Definitely find them. See, it looks better than flowers. Great. Just some leaves. I really like this. It's coming out. It's coming out like I want it to. This is a good pencil. What I could do, I could make a crown and put it on the other side too. Okay, now before I go, I'm not gonna get this done today, but I'm gonna get it done, and I'm gonna show you guys. Well, obviously, what the final picture looks like, but I'm gonna show you something before I continue. For those who joined me, you get to see the extra special stuff that I have not shown anybody yet. What we have is number one, my newest figurine, Crash Prepare. This time has the addition of the legs. It's two colors. So cute. I love it. That's number one. Number two, I was playing around with some sand, and I made a sandcastle. I wonder. No, that won't work. Okay. But, sandcastle. And then, I did a sandcastle! As amazing it would be, I'm pretty sure it's not going to fit on anywhere on here. that is it. They have not gone in the oven yet. I'm very excited for it. When they do, I should bring my figurines up to 6. And then one last thing I want to show you. I did make this out of clay. This is my leaf. What's going on right there? I have holes in it to do something like a necklace. And I don't know. So if you've watched this, video, you have an idea what to do with the leaf, let me know. You might get it. You never know. Okay. Put on my hands. Yeah, I've been experimenting with the actual clay colored, not the mica powder on it. We'll see, not painting it and stuff like that. Because with something like this, it's going to be ridiculous to paint the vines. Sure. Well, flowers or the leaves are going to be a little different. I appreciate you guys showing up. Or, I'm sorry. I appreciate you guys coming tonight and watching this. You like the company when I craft. And I'm guaranteed an hour and a half of crafting time. That's it. So I like to share with you guys. I think I'm going to put flower right there. Yeah, put the flower. I put one right in the middle there. Not thunder, man. Thunder's still going. Storm is important. 5 more minutes. I'll let you guys get back to what you're doing. I'm gonna go play some video games tonight. I eat that pizza that I've been talking about. I don't even know. I think we're having like, I don't know what we're having. It's just gonna be delicious. That's all I care about. It's not as good as New Jersey pizza. Yeah, what we get before that. A lot of leaves. So many more to make. Over. Make sure it's here. And just have to correct or push together correctly. There you go. The child is almost done. Me not being with him. No. Smush. I can put a flower right there. That's a neat thing too. When you do something like this, is if you mess up, you can always put a flower where you put your mistake. And because it's your design, you can pretty much have it look however you want. You're like, oh well, it's supposed to look like that. And that's usually what I say. Whatever, I make mistakes all the time. Yeah, it's totally supposed to look like that. I didn't make the noise, see? Boop. Noise because I'm doing it right. Stick that now. Bigger. I really like how this came out. I think it's really pretty. There we go. Oops. Here. I'm excited to take this video. So if you would like to see the whole glass, after this video is done, I am going to be doing a kind of like a gift, I guess. I'm going to spin the glass around so you can see what it looks like. Make sure that we're doing where I need it. you guys can, I do not like to support this business by any means, but they do have a delicious ice cream. It's unicorn something. Tastes like, see, do it. Okay. It tastes like Lucky Charms and vanilla cake, like birthday cake, and it tastes like everything that could possibly be delicious as an ice cream. I highly recommend. It's found at Walmart. Yeah. So check a store near you. This ice cream is really that good. Hopefully we'll have enough. I'll be able to have some of that tonight too. I have a little bit of an issue right here. So what I'm going to do is just like this. Smooth it. Make it look like it's one piece. Now, if it's raining, it's not nearly as hot in my craft room. Sure it works. 1,000 more of these to do. Maybe put a nice flower. I mean, I don't have, I should get round gems. I only have 2 drops. Okay, and our time is up for today. We do one last leaf. Right there. I'm going to put a flower there. There we go. Nice place to put it. No wrong places. Okay, there we go. Amazing. Okay, so thank you everybody for joining me tonight with Clearly Homemade. I'm Ray. I appreciate the company while I make this glass, which I haven't made in forever. Actually, this is the first time I'm doing this, but I haven't done a glass in forever, so I appreciate the company for that. I will be posting a video of what it looks like and stuff like that. And then that's it. And the new stuff will be posted throughout the week. You guys can see that as well. Okay, so until then, I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. And as always, I look forward to creating with you. Bye.